One. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. I'm LB Hack, and I'm joined as always on this wonderful Sunday evening by my lovely cast because we are playing Playthings of the Gods, a 5th edition D&D level 15 campaign. I'm recovering from a migraine. The pain is gone, but everything else is still there. So if I'm acting a little weird, I apologize. It's just going to be a little slow of a start for me. I'm hydrating. I feel okay. Just, medications and stuff. So, yeah, we are going to pop into our game tonight. We missed last week, but that's okay. Life happens. And we're going to go around and have everybody say who they are and who they're playing tonight, starting, of course, with Tanya.
Oh, hi, I'm Tanya, at Tanya Rolling on the internet. And I had a slow start putting my glasses on, and I feel like I look cross-eyed as my eyes are trying to readjust. But anyways, that doesn't matter, because tonight I'm Moxie, a tiefling bard.
Hello, everybody. I'm Val. You can find me in the Kraken's Crown around the internet, mostly over on GGK. And tonight I'm going to be playing Arrow, who's a Water Genasi barbarian druid.
And I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Van But Wilder. I also had a slow start today, but it was my own fault because I stayed up too late watching Chicago Fire for no reason at all. Tonight I am playing Alhena, who is a Circle of the Stars Centaur Druid.
Hi, I'm Rachel, or Rachel Elizabeth, or Rachel Elizabeth with a Z in the middle of an S. I am the reason that Van stayed up too late watching Chicago Fire. That's my fault. Because my goal now is to just get everybody watching the show. Because I'm obsessed with it.
It's really fucking good, you guys.
It's really fucking good. I am here on Sundays, and I am on GGK on Tuesdays and every other Wednesday. And tonight I am playing Talon, the Gloomstalker Ranger / Death Cleric.
Are we on me? What's the order? That's me.
Yeah,
hello, everyone. We missed last week. I've forgotten everything about how the show works.
We're allowed to have a slow start today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Alex. OMG, it's some guy on the internets. In this game, I am playing Colchis, a Minotaur Oath of the Ancients paladin.
And I'm LB Hackmup. I am going to be your dungeon mistress for this evening. Before we begin, we will be doing a recap, but if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching it live, just leave a comment and a like and stuff. We like to hear those. If you have any suggestions or questions, we have a Discord. We also have merch, and we have a Patreon. Ren and I watched Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter last month, and then this month we're watching Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And sometimes we do movie nights with our community. Last week, Sunday, we watched Welcome to Raccoon City with a bunch of people, including Alex, who had never seen it before. So I hope you enjoyed it. That's one of my favorite movies. All right.
It was a movie.
It sure was.
It was fun.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. It's a beautiful film. The plot is fine. And the actors are really attractive.
And the actors are acting.
Yeah, the action is great in that one. And it ends just like every Resident Evil game that I've ever played personally, so I'll take that. But speaking of that, has nothing to do with what I'm gonna segue into. Rachel, are you ready to do a recap?
We don't need segues here.
Nah.
Previously on Playthings of the Gods. Aided by Heroes Feast and Mishamar's tracking skills, our adventurers and their crew found themselves in Talona's territory with an upside-down gravity-defying pyramid in the distance. Acid rain fell around the ship's protective bubble, and it was decided that they needed to get themselves through it and to the pyramid so that the ship could leave, as the bubble would not last. As they drew closer, they discovered another obstacle. Fog. And not just any fog, as Moxie found out when she bravely let the intrusive thoughts win and stuck her head into it, gasping and coughing when she pulled her face back out. They need to get through it as quickly as possible, holding their breath as they did. Alhena's centaured Pegasus their way through the fog, protective air bubble intact, and found a door shut tight. They came back and relayed this to the squad, and since the party was without someone proficient in breaking and entering, Strong Squad went to smash their way in, but not before Talon silenced their entry. Door opened, acrid fog, acid rain, and bug traversed. They found themselves inside a room that was far too big to be at the base of a pyramid. And it was filled with every deadly plant they'd ever heard of, and then some. They were clearly in the right place. Decaying spiders tended to the dark and deadly garden, and they and their acquired champions, Mishimar in 1973, stuck their way through the rows snuck their way through the rows of plants. Unfortunately, some were sneakier than others, and despite everyone's best efforts, 1973 getting a piggyback ride from Arrow included, they were heard by some overgrown shadow rats that patrolled a particularly nastier section of the garden. They disposed of them as quietly as possible, hopeful that their presence would still go unnoticed for now. And when we last left our adventurers, they were nearing the end of an impossibly large, dark garden full of nasty plants and even nastier creatures, hopeful that on the other end they'd find a door leading up to another floor and possibly to Azuth, captive of Telona.
Thank you very much. We are still in this deep dank forest. You guys are making your way through. It's been about an hour and a half. You guys know that you have a time limit on this adventure because the acid rain outside will start to destroy the ship in 5 hours. So you're continuing to make your way through. You get to as you're moving deeper into this woods, the trees become larger, 30, 40 feet tall. The ground beneath you is thick with roots and vines. Moving through this carefully and quietly is going to take time. This is considered difficult terrain, as all of these trees are not only close together, but they are intertwined. And some of them are dripping blood, some of them excreting a scent that is alluring, some of them simply are like just have acid sap coming out of them. So it is going to be a very dangerous area. Could I get a marching order, I guess, would be good.
Because we're not trying to stealth anymore, correct? We've kind of given up on that.
I think so.
I was gonna say I can take somebody with me and kind of scout ahead a little bit since I can technically be above the terrain. The Gadabout lets me fly.
I mean, Moxie would be someone who would want to go.
Go for a ride?
Moxie.
Yeah, because we decided
Is that what's happening?
my Pass Without a Trace was going to end about 10 minutes after we finished that fight.
Mm-hmm.
And we were trying to decide whether or not it would be worth it to cast it again. We were going to kind of wait until we got to the next area to decide if it was going to be worth concentrating on, I think, right? That was the plan.
Yeah. I think with the vibe being that this place, we have a lot more to go in this place, it just seems like stealth is probably just going to waste a lot of resources for us.
So I'll pull Moxie up. Moxie gets to ride this time.
I'm so excited.
And we'll go maybe a little bit ahead and try to guide's not the right word, but try to
scout.
Find the path that's gonna be the easiest, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scout ahead a little bit.
You have Mishimar as well, so he can do a little scouting for you guys, move ahead, and try and figure out what's going on. What about the rest of you guys? Who wants to take up the rear? I guess.
I can take up the rear.
Hell yeah.
Since I'm the long distance person anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So if something happens in the front, I can still hit it.
Okie dokie. All right. So you guys are making your way through this thicker forest, and as you are traveling, it's probably about a half an hour that passes before you kind of take a moment to you find yourself in a slightly more open area that you can see what would be the sky above you. Instead, there is a, probably about a mile up is a ceiling of some sort, but there is no sun, there is no breath of fresh air. Mishamar is going to put a hand up as a signal to stop, but remembering that maybe you all don't know exactly what he's talking about, he will kind of just turn to you and say that I'm going to check out something ahead. Wait here. And he is going to venture forth a little
Just
bit.
imagining if the signal for stop was to like fist up of like
Yeah.
one of the other people just be going up and like fist
Boop.
bumping. It's like,
Yeah.
Moxie'd be like, yeah, get it.
Looks at his hand, looks at you. Not what I meant, but all right. I'm gonna go check out ahead. Y'all stay here. He is going to flutter ahead. He's gonna fly a little bit. It's very difficult for him to actually like move around and fly because everything's so close, but he can kind of get up off the ground and do like large jumps with his wings, I guess. Is there anything you guys would like to do? And I have so many tabs open right now. Do I need all of this? I don't need this right now. Okay. I'm planning a game for Wednesday as well, so I'm like, oh, I need all of these things so that I can write it tomorrow, but I don't need it right now, so I'm gonna put them away. Anyways, is there anything you guys would like to do in the meantime? Cool.
Are Alhena and Moxie flying ahead too? Because I was under the impression that they were flying ahead to scout as well. Or did I misunderstand?
it seems like they were ahead with Mishamar, and Mishamar's is like, hold up, I hear
Okay.
something, let me go check it.
And
That's
then
how
we're
I
out.
understood it.
Okay,
Mhm.
and then we're behind them. Got it. Cool.
So it's Arrow, Colchis, Talon in 1973 in the back.
Mhm.
Then there's Alhana and Moxie, and then there's Mishamar.
Yeah, if we're not stealthy anymore, then I'm no longer carrying 1973.
Good. Tanya, you have to do the thing where you like put your hands up close and then bring them back.
I did.
It's not doing it.
Maybe it will now that you said it out loud. Let me try it
Yeah,
again.
I think
Slowly
it's
pull
losing
it back
on
towards
the...
your face.
Oh, we lost it.
Why?
I think it might be the light.
I think it's the lighting. It's
Hey, there you are.
That's not bad. There you go.
Good enough.
All
What do you
right.
mean good enough. That's my face. Just kidding.
Wow, Alex, way to be such a jerk.
I'm sorry. He's so nice. It's funny to be mean, Alex. Just 'cause I like him.
All right. Okay.
Hack recklessly, where we
Hack-
bully our friends because they're nice.
Out of love. Out of love.
All right. That is a D30. That is not what I need. All right. Let's see. If you guys are just hanging out, okay, that is going to be there we go. Okay. You guys hear off in the distance the cracking of vines as Mishamar lets out a sudden
squawk.
yell. Squawk is good. I was gonna say a sudden startled shout, and then I was like, the alliteration was too much for my brain to help with. So, and you can hear again the crackling. I'm gonna pop you on this screen. Can you guys see the map?
Still
Yeah.
saying it's not hosting. Do I need
Yeah.
to refresh?
I can see it.
I can see
Yeah,
it.
you might
Yeah.
need to refresh,
refresh.
Alex.
All right,
Okay.
let's see. What's new in maps, guys?
What's new in math?
Everything, because I've never used this feature before.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
So you
a
guys.
really- it's simple too, which is nice.
How similar is it to Roll20?
It's pretty similar.
Yeah.
Then I'll be fine.
Yeah, okay, why don't we go ahead and roll into initiative? And we can...
So he made us a noise of distress.
Correct.
Okay. As I'm rolling initiative, can I also make like a perception check, or do I need to with a passive perception of 24 to kind of like see if I can, because he's not that far away from
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
me. Can I see anything
you are-
with my
you're in the
elfish
back.
dark vision?
Yeah, you are in the back and there's a lot of foliage in the way, but you can see movement over there for sure.
So like his outline and at least one other thing.
there's just a lot of leaves and movement from what you can see. I don't think you
Okay.
could even, from this distance and the amount of things that are in the way, get even a clear outline of him over there.
Okay.
All right. You guys roll initiative?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
would-
Let's
you
do
like us
this.
to read 'em out?
25 and 20? Between 25 and 20?
20.
Okay.
22.
I should have done this from the beginning. This is so much easier.
I love doing
All
it that way.
19 to 15?
18.
Ooh. I assume that
Twinsies.
arrow goes first.
I don't know.
Moxie's dex is pretty high.
Yeah, my dex is a +3.
Mine's a +3 as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
When it comes down to speed.
I have
And that's gonna go to Arrow.
I have a 40
Mhm.
foot movement speed.
I've got 30. Damn you, tail.
Damn you, tail! Alright.
I love it.
14 to 10?
Nope.
9 to 5?
9.
9.
It was almost a 19, but
Mhm. So close. Okay. And then everyone else. All right, who is running 1973?
I believe that was me.
Okay. You want to roll them in as well?
Oh yeah. I
Hell
forgot.
yeah.
Do I have access to his sheet?
Did I send it to you?
I don't think so. Probably should have asked you that beforehand, huh?
That's fair. Let me pull him up. I made him a whole lot. I know I sent it to Alex. Alex, do you have access to that real fast?
so I didn't have I couldn't edit the sheet, but let me
Right.
get the link at least.
Yeah, because I don't think I
Right.
can make it so you can edit the character.
Right.
Just
But let me
That's okay.
get
Let's
this
keep
to
track.
Van.
okay. I will run Mishamar because secrets. All right, go here.
So +0. That is a 12 for 1973.
All right.
Really good dice for that.
Shit. Oh shit. Okay. All right. First up, let me just double check. Is going to be, it's going to be Talon. You can move your little person on the board to move it up. Again, this is difficult terrain, so remember that when you are doing your movement.
Difficult terrain. Okay. And so we're in a forest, but there's no rows in this like there was in the previous portion that we were
Correct.
in, right? Okay. I
Mhm.
just wanted to make sure I didn't need to move around everybody. I could move on my own. So
Mhm.
difficult terrain. I have 55 feet of movement speed on my first turn.
Oh,
Normally.
right, yeah. So
But
it'd
with
be
difficult
20,
terrain, I would have 20,
25.
25. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you rule for diagonal?
So the first one is just 5. If you go 2, it's 15.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move Talon 5, 15, 20, 25. These are 5 foot, right?
Yep.
Okay. Talon moves up towards the noise, hoping that I can see underneath this tree that I'm coming up on now.
Yeah.
I'm assuming these are trees with trunks and
Yeah.
okay. Just wanted to make sure
Yes,
I had the picture.
The one that you're next to is giving off a nice little pheromone scent. If you get too close to it, you can guess that you might need to make a save or something.
Uh-huh.
All of the trees
Skirting
are
the
not.
edge.
Yeah, there you go. And then, yeah. So that's you can see off in the distance. You can see
So it's like
Mishamar.
25 feet away from me.
Yeah, he is seems to be wrapped up in something, and he's kind of flailing his arms around as he looks to be, there's some sort of vinage around him, and it looks to be a little sticky, I want to say, and there are spikes on it. That is what you can see from there.
Okay. So, he is wrapped up in a vine. Does it look like Ranger plant things? I've been out in the wilderness a long time. Does it look like there's like a base on this thing that has him wrapped up? Or is it literally just plant, like vines growing out of the ground?
No,
Is
that's
it
a good question.
Creature with vine, like, you know what I mean? Like, is there like a base?
Yeah.
This, or is it just vines underground?
Go ahead and make me a nature check to see if you can determine from, because there are vines and roots in the ground, is this coming up from the ground or coming towards something else?
It's a 22.
Yeah. So with the 22, as you're kind of parsing out, you can see these vines that are moving. You can see the vines that are on the ground, these root systems. It seems to be that as you are trying to determine what's going on, you see Mishamar being like pulled slightly, and it seems that whatever it is behind him, so on the other side from where you are, and it seems to be pulling him in. So there must be a base to this thing, whether it is in the ground or, you know, part of some bigger tree system or whatever. It seems to be further beyond him.
And I can't make it out with my 90 feet of dark vision.
90 feet of dark vision? It's, well, now that it's moving, you can see probably off in the distance that
I'm trying to see if I have anything extra with my Gloomstalker stuff, but no, it's just, it gave me 90 feet of dark vision instead of 60.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you can probably see a large, tree-like thing in the distance that seems to be moving.
Okay.
You could try to shoot it.
I have a really weird idea.
Okay.
I'm going to
We love it. We love to see it.
I'm going to pull an arrow and cast light on it.
Okay. I like that. Where are you shooting it?
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I can do this. I was like, is this going to take my whole action? No, because I get an extra. Oh, damn. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can cast light on an arrow and then also attack. But I have 3 attacks on my first turn.
I will say that that's a good question.
Let's see.
Light is an action. If you want to get a better, I will say that if you want to get light into that area, you can try to shoot it. You can try to just shoot it and like roll at disadvantage, and hopefully you hit one of the vines, or you could try to hit the base. You can use light on an arrow, and I will say you can shoot it into the area to get it there as like an object interaction, but you will not be shooting it at the creature. You will be
so I can use one of my attacks to shoot an arrow in like as an object interaction type thing to get light into the area. Yes, take that off of one of my 3 that I'll get for my first turn. Or will I still get my 3 attack actions?
Yeah, you can either cast light or attack, because casting light is an action.
I'm just gonna roll the dice and attack 3 times.
Okay, cool.
I've got people coming after me that can cast light. Yeah. I've got enough dark vision that I can at least make out something with this thing. So I will give up my weird idea.
I mean, it was a good idea.
Yeah, but again, because I didn't want to like blast light in the area, but I figured having it lit up would have been an idea. But maybe I'll do that if we're having trouble seeing it later.
I mean, if you have like fairy fire or something, which I don't think you do. But
I don't think I have fairy fire actually. Okay.
I do.
Cool.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Shoot it
First
up.
Attack is. Do I need to roll at disadvantage? Sorry, I should have asked that before I went.
Yes, because you can't really see the base just
Okay.
yet.
All right, so
and if
second
you're trying to shoot,
roll-
are you trying to shoot the base or the vines?
I'm trying to shoot the base.
Okay,
The
yeah.
thing it's that he's being dragged towards.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So that's a 17.
Okay, 17. The arrow goes into a tree in the distance. It is hard to tell if that is some you nothing made a sound like it was a hit. No, you've hunted before. Usually, if something gets hit by an arrow, they make some sort of sound. It seems like perhaps this one did not make purchase.
Okay. I want to make my next one.
Mhm.
That's 28.
That does hit for sure.
Okay, so first damage, just piercing damage is 10
Okay.
plus 3 chompy damage.
I'm sorry, I
Plus-
forgot about Chompy.
Yeah, it's chompy damage now. Plus, I have to find it. Okay, so on my next one, my extra attack, I will get an extra 1d8. So somebody let me roll this and then remind me on my next one
Okay.
if I hit. And
So how
that
much total
is-
damage was that?
So that was 13 damage, 10
Okay.
of which is piercing and 3 of which is fire.
Okay.
Chompy
Ooh.
fire.
10 of which is fire?
No, 3.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
10
I will
piercing.
listen better. Got it.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. 10 piercing, 3 fire.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
As you hit it with fire, you can hear this thing kind of roar out into the night, and you can see it a little bit better now because you do get a little light over there as it seems to be illuminated. It looks to be some sort of tree being off in the distance.
Okay, so I rolled my next one with disadvantage. Do I need to do that now that I have seen it strike it?
No.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I have to look to see what they were because disadvantage was a 19.
Yeah, that does hit anyways.
Okay. But was the other one better?
You rolled an 8 and a 7, so.
Okay, so not much better.
Mm.
All right. So the next one will do 12 piercing.
Okay.
Oops. No. Okay. 2 fire.
Okay.
And then I need to roll another 1d8. That's another 6 piercing, I think, is what the thing is. I think it's just the normal.
Okay.
So 16 piercing.
Heard.
That was with your extra D8.
That was the extra d8. I got a
Okay.
6 on that d8. And trying to make sure I don't have anything else weird to do on my first turn. Gloomstalkers are fun. I think that is it.
Okay.
For
I
me.
didn't- no, thank you. Computer thing, thank you. I hovered too close to the bottom right of my screen, and it was like, "Do you want to see all this stuff?" I was like, "No, good, thank you."
No, thank you.
Okay. No, thank you.
That's it.
All right.
That's my turn.
Thank you very much. Next up is Alhena. You can see from where you are that there is, you can see Mishamar being wrapped up in some sort of tentacle-y, viney stuff and being pulled over. If you were paying attention and you followed
Of
Talon's.
course I was.
Yeah.
Passive perception is a 20.
Hell yeah.
And now
you
there are 2 arrows that are kind of lightly singed into this thing.
Exactly. You
It's
can
marked a
see
little.
this creature off into the distance.
Okay. We're in a forest and Talon's doing fire, and I know some other ones of us can do fire things.
Mhm.
So that makes sense to me. So Moxie, you're still on my back, right?
Yep.
You want to come along with me a little closer?
Whatever you want. I'm in.
All right. I'm gonna get sort of like 5 closer to Mishmar, kind of under this tree, so I can see a
Mhm.
little bit better. And am I within? What's the range on this?
Bless you?
90 feet. Perfect.
you.
So I can kind of see like.
Mhm.
Yeah, you said I can see off in the distance. Okay, so I am gonna cast Elemental Bane
Uh-huh.
on the monster that
Mhm.
I'm assuming is a tree monster. And my damage type is going to be fire damage because I know Talon's already doing that. So it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What is this going to do?
So every time, essentially, I choose a type of damage, and the first time on each turn, it takes that damage type. It takes an extra 2d6 of that damage.
Oh, dope. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. I was like, if you're looking to make it vulnerable, I can tell you if it is or isn't, and you can decide if you want to cast that spell.
It would also lose. It also makes you lose resistance to that damage type. But I get the
That's
feeling that a big tree is probably not resistant to fire.
Yeah. 22.
Well, that's
you said Constitution.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
big
bummer.
tough boy.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool. It's a good idea though.
That's great.
What level spell is that?
It's a 4th level spell.
That's awesome. I love druids.
It's a really good spell. I never remember that I can use it, and if you can get him to fail the save, it's really good.
There you go.
That's fine. I'm gonna. I don't really have anything to do as a bonus action, huh? I guess I'll use one of my wild D shapes. Oh no, those are an action. No, wait. Starry form is a bonus action. I confused you'd think I would know by now. Level 15.
No, never.
I will bonus action starry form into my archer form, and then on activation I can make a ranged attack.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to get one of these things that's getting Mishamar. One of these tentacles.
All right. Go ahead and roll me.
That's a natural 1.
What is it? What are you hitting it with?
It's my archer starry form, so it's just a little like bolt.
Yeah. You attempt to fire a bolt at this thing, and you can see that because it's moving so much, it's hard to really get a ping on. And Mishamar's flailing, and it's just feathers everywhere. He's squawking. It's hard to really get a feed on it.
Pretty bad turn.
Look, we're getting back into it. It's okay.
It's not my fault he saved on the thing.
All right. Next up, I am going to need to. I'm gonna need to do something. Yeah. I'm going to make a couple of attacks as you guys see some more of these like tendril type things move towards you, but unfortunately they are not coming from the creature that is in front of you. You see this off to your left is another one of these beings. As it starts to move, it becomes very apparent, but as it was standing still, it is almost impossible to determine which one of these trees could be one of these creatures. And it is going to make a few attacks. The first one is going to be at Moxie, who is up in the air, and hard to distinguish between which part is centaur and which part is not centaur. So Moxie, does a 16 hit your AC?
My AC is 16.
Oh, is it really? Okay, cool. All right, so you get hit with one of these tendrils, and as it does, it latches onto you. You can see this thing it looks to be some sort of root. It has the hardened shell of a tree, but there are spikes and also like sort of a goo that goes along it, and as it hits you, it doesn't even need to wrap around you as it pierces into you, doing 20 damage, bludgeoning damage, and you get
hellish rebuke this fuck, by the way.
Hell yeah. You get snatched off of Elhena's back as this thing pulls you.
So I want to hellish rebuke that tentacle.
Please do.
I point my finger, and then it's all surrounded by hellish flames.
Hell yeah.
It has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It's not great at these. It's a big tree. How's a 14?
Fail.
Failure.
All right. And so that's 21 fire damage.
Woo! You see the fires lick at this thing, and it kind of reels back, but as it reels back, you are still attached to it, and you feel yourself get flung. As it doesn't like what it picked up, it is going to make a fling attack with you, and you are going to
move me on the map.
I will. Why don't you do me a favor and roll a d8 for me, and I can tell you which direction you go in.
Cool. What did you? No, stop. One.
Okay, you go straight north as it is going to throw you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 30 feet in that direction, and you are going to take some damage from getting flung, and you smack into a tree. Hopefully this tree isn't another one of these guys. And that is going to be 13 bludgeoning damage as you hit the wall. Or the tree. That is its first and fling attack. It's going to reach out towards Alhena. It's not great. I need to have a better poker face about this sort of stuff. Does a 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right, it's gonna do. I should have gotten all of my things. I'm really good at planning things, guys. I mean, the good news is I stopped feeling weird for the most part. That's mostly gone away. All right. So that's 6. So that is going to be 13 bludgeoning damage. And
magical?
It is not magical.
I am resistant.
Awesome. And it is going to pull you back as you, again, see this thing attach into you, and you get pulled through the air. It has a little bit easier job since you are not connected to the ground. And then, let's see. So you are
I'm also partially incorporeal while in my starry form.
That's fair. So you are technically restrained. And then it is going to do a you feel yourself it's gonna grab you and pull you 10 feet towards it as part of its free action, and then one more attack as it is going to 5, 10, 15, 5 feet away. Can I reach you? Hell yeah. Alright, Talon.
Yes.
Is a 22 hit.
Yes.
Alright, so you're going to be taking more than 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you
Not
are
198. Hold
Woo!
on.
You are also feel yourself being pulled towards this thing.
It's gonna be a mistake on its part here soon.
Hell yeah. But he's pulling you 10 feet towards it, and that is the end of its turn. Next up is Moxie. You just got flung into a different tree. This one does not seem to be moving, but it is dripping blood, so you get a little bit of blood that isn't yours on your outfit.
So, can I see that tree to the northwest of me then?
Yes, you can see that just started moving, and then the one that is right above you. So you can see both
above me.
Them. Can you not see it?
Dripping blood on me?
No. Sorry, the one that is northwest of you is one, and then there is one southwest of you as well.
Oh,
the one,
yeah.
Wow. The tree that you
did
were
not know they were that aggressive, but at least it's not as like there's not the sound from roll.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
I want to cast Fireball on the one to the northwest of me.
Hell yeah. I assume you want to place it in a point where there is, where it's not going to hit you as well?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, you lean out behind that tree, and why don't you go ahead and start rolling damage? I will roll it's a dex save, right?
Yeah.
They are very slow because they're big. Let's see. 15?
Fail.
Balls. Oh boy.
Oh, these are a lot of ones on here. 32 fire damage.
All right. As this, you point to an area. You see this little small bead of fire leaves your finger. It illuminates the area. Can you? Sorry, one more time. What was that damage?
32.
32. And as your fireball goes off, you can see some trees are affected by this. They're all mostly living, so living trees, it's hard for them to really ignite. One is a very dry, rotting tree, and there is just like one pillar of fire off in the distance. But the tree that you hit, this tree that has Mishamar, it seems like this fire damage not only has ignited it, but it has done a substantial amount of more. These trees are vulnerable to fire, is what I'm trying to say. You may have rolled low.
Surprise Pikachu face.
So you did, yeah. You've done quite a bit of damage to it.
So for a bonus action, I want to turn to Alhena and give Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you.
Fuck 'em up. And that's my turn.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just I'm hanging out in a tree still, right?
Hanging out with the blood tree.
I'm gonna stay in the blood tree.
I'm sorry, I made Moxie go before Arrow. Oh, that was supposed to be Mishamar. Arrow, do you want to go, and then I'll have Mishamar go, and then we'll fix it next time?
Oh, sure. Okay. Oh boy. I am going to, so right now, Talon, Alhena, and Mishamar are all restrained by the vines.
Correct.
Okay. And the one on the southernmost one is the one that has Alhena and Talon.
Correct.
Cool. I'm gonna test the water here and try something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my action to cast Polymorph on the tree.
Okay.
It has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I'm testing the water, how wise this tree is.
Okay.
You're testing it with polymorph?
Yes.
What level spell is that?
4th. I don't have any lower level Wisdom saving throws.
Is it a Wisdom saving throw? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 11.
That fails.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So I can polymorph it into something. I'm gonna do there's a lot of poison around here. Thinking of something might be not immediately get knocked out of polymorph from the poison. I'm gonna polymorph it into a salamander. Just a tiny little lizard.
Okay. I typed in salamander, and it was like large elemental. I'm like,
not the elemental
that is not
salamander. The lizard salamander.
I'm gonna make it into this. I'm gonna make you go away, and then.
And I assume that frees Alhena and Talon.
Yeah, you see these vines shrink back in, as this thing turns into a little Sally guy. Very confused being, as these creatures have an intelligence. Well, I mean, they have an intelligence of 7. They probably have no fucking idea what's going on right now. All right.
That's my action. I guess I'll move forward a little bit.
Well used action.
I'm just gonna move up like here. There we go. And yeah, I'm just gonna give a thumbs up to Elena and Talon.
All right. Cooliosis. All right. You guys see Mishamar is still attached to this tendril as it is trying to pull it in. He is going to have to make a saving throw. He does not make it. And he is going to... You see this goo that is on these vines is a caustic. And it is going to do some damage to him. As he is trying to get out of these vines. He is going to try to break himself free from this grapple. Yeah, boy, he's gonna do his best is what he's gonna do. He's not going to do his best. So as he uses his action to try to break free, he cannot, and you can see him really struggling with these vines. He is going to use his bonus action. Okay, yep, he's going to use his bonus action. Never mind, he can't. He can only do that when he is attacking. To break the grapple, it would be a full action, right? If you're grappling.
Typically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. Okay. Cooliosis, he's in a bad spot right now, guys. Yeah, that is his turn. All right, Moxie, and then this guy's gonna get to go. And as he does, the other tree that is not a salamander right now, he is going to use his he didn't like that fire, but he is going to pull Mishamar in 10 feet. And he is going to move forward 10 feet. And he is going to reach out. And he's going to do a tendril attack at Moxie and Alhena. So the first one towards Moxie is going to be 28 to hit. And that is going to be, oh, not, I rolled all 7s. Look at that. 14, 21, 28 damage, bludgeoning damage towards Moxie. Did you acknowledge? I didn't see it. Okay, I'm sorry. Alhena, you are also going to get a tendril attack. That is 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
How high is your AC, Alhena?
16.
It's probably still gonna hit. Sorry, I have a reaction thing I can do, but it just gives it disadvantage. So I don't know if that'll make a difference.
It's okay.
Okay.
I forego.
Okay. All right, that
Once
is
we
going
get
to
1973 up here.
Yeah.
We'll have some options.
All right. 15 points of bludgeoning damage on that one, and you guys again are grappled.
For me.
And it is going to use a slam action as it doesn't like what you are doing to it, Moxie. You
Well,
are
too bad.
It is going to pull you both 10 feet closer to it. Actually, Moxie, you are within striking distance, so it is going to attempt to bite you instead.
I don't like this tree.
All
But
right.
is the bark worse than its bite?
Let's find out. Well, he rolled a 1, so
That's good.
all right. And then it's going to use its bonus action to try to move you into it. Could you please make a dex, or you could use a dex or a strength saving throw, please, as you are trying to fight your way from not being pulled into the bark of this thing. So yes, apparently the bark is worse than its bite.
So I have a dexterity one, and then I have a question after that.
Okie dokie.
I rolled a 13.
Okay. What's the question?
My question is, one of my feats as Warcaster, you can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack.
Yeah, so an opportunity attack would be to, like, if they're moving out of your space.
But I thought, what does you can use your reaction mean then?
So
Like,
you have,
isn't-
yeah, you have your action, your bonus action, and a reaction every turn. So your reaction is something that you can do that's not on your turn. If you are using your reaction to make an opportunity attack, the opportunity attack is triggered when somebody moves out of your space.
I thought they were separate things. I didn't know that. Okay, thank you.
All right. So you feel yourself, you guys see Moxie go into this tree as she is engulfed within it. You are blind and restrained, but you do have cover against all attacks that happen outside of this tree. So if somebody wants to fireball the tree again, totally cool. All right. Awesome. Cool. That is that turn. And it is 1973's turn.
All right, they're gonna
Keep talking.
get up in everybody's business. I'm thinking I was probably just gonna have him go over and sort of like be ready to protect Talon because she's kind of over by herself.
How much
Does he-
movement does he have?
30. So unless I dash, he can't get to the other tree. But I could have him dash and go up to the other tree also. We can crowdsource this a little bit if you guys want to. If you have opinions, I'm open to them.
Yeah. Probably good to dash in. Let's see if
Just
something.
dash in.
Let's see something that could
Get a-
increase his
get a-
movement speed,
Big presence over here. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Actually, let me see.
or like a misty step or
No.
fly.
Yeah, speaking of hope, which I'm gonna do because it's a good spell. I guess I'll just.
So is the whole map difficult terrain or just where the trees are?
The whole map.
Okay.
I forgot about difficult terrain too.
Probably dashing then.
So if he dashes, he can get like here.
Could either go or oh, we can't see each other's things. Could either go like two diagonally and be next to Talon.
Yeah, I was thinking I might put him like here ish, like in this general vicinity.
That could work.
15. I have him dash, could go here. And then he can see what's happening with everybody else, and then also be ready for this salamander to inevitably turn back into a tree.
I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm
We'll
hoping he
see.
stays the tree. Or stays the lizard.
It's an hour, right?
Yep.
Yay.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
we deal with the other tree and then leave.
Okay. Yes, so we'll action to dash so he can kind of get around and is between the other one and Talon, and they can see what's going on with everybody else. And then bonus action. I don't think he needs that. Oh yeah, it's up to a minute. So as bonus action, have him cast Branding Smite.
Okay.
Because that'll last through the next turn. That's the second spell.
Cooliosis.
And yeah, that'll be him.
All right. You guys feel some movement as there is another crackle of trees, and behind you to the south, there's another one. Okay, the first one is going to go towards Kulkus. Let me see. I forgot I can do this. I'm going to change anyone who is, well, you are, Moxie, you are engulfed, so you are there. Mishamar is grappled. I'm putting new colors around you guys so you know who is grappled and who is not. Look at that. D&D Beyond, everybody. Okay, so the first one is going to go to Kulkus. That's a 12, I assume, does not hit.
Nope.
As tendrils reach out towards you. Second one to Colchis, because that sucked. 22?
That just barely hits.
Love to see it. And then the third one is going to go to Alhena because it is... Or, sorry, Talon. Because you are the only one that it can reach right now. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. You guys are grappled. Arrow... Or, sorry. Colchis. I feel like a parent who, like, forgets their children's names. Colchis, you are going to take 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Talon, you are taking... God, rolling like absolute doo-doo. You are going to take, I know, 12 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing has grabbed you and is going to pull you a little bit closer. And it's got 3 attacks. That is it. Where did I?
Where is it pulling us? How many feet?
Towards it, 10 feet.
Okay. I'm not counting how many feet away from me it is for any particular reason.
Did I not? Oh, there it is. Okay. I didn't update my stat block. I had already done the thing. So, all right, cool. That is its turn as it has moved and done actions and fun stuff.
So I'm like here now. Okay.
Yep. All right. Next up is Colchis. At the start of your turn, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
This is acid damage.
That's a natural 20, 28.
All right, you feel this thing. It's just you have been grappled by it, and it is piercing into you. This goo seems to be like starting to wear at your armor as it is acidically chewing at you, but you do not take any damage this turn.
Okay. Oh boy, what do I even want to do here?
Mm-hmm. You can attempt to escape it. You can take the wheel and go for it, or try to attack it from here.
I think what I am going to do is I will bonus action Misty Step out of it, and instead I am just going to... Where's the option to just move? Yeah, just get up in its grill.
Hell yeah.
And start whacking.
So let's go. All right.
First attack, 31 to hit.
Let's go.
So this is going to be... That is 12 bludgeoning, and then an additional 2 radiant for 14. Okay. And then attack number 2. How's a 27 to hit?
27 hits.
All right. Worse on the D8. That's 10 bludgeoning and better radiant. 8 radiant, so 18 total.
All right. You guys are noticing that your slashing damage is not quite as effective as the other forms. How much? I'm sorry, you said 8 radiant?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And did you mean slashing? Because I was just doing bludgeoning.
Yeah, sorry, you're bludgeoning and slashing.
Okay.
The more mundane stuff, you know. You have a magical weapon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're good.
Okay.
But normal stuff would not be as effective.
Okay. I'd also like to push back that an axe deals slashing damage, and I would feel axes would be very effective against trees.
Well, yes, a normal tree, but as you are close to this thing, you see that the bark of it is more like iron than bark, as it is an iron maw.
Are you sure Colchis doesn't have a woodcutter's axe?
Well, if it's iron, smiths use hammer to iron things. So I feel hammer should be extra effective.
Yeah, but hammers are less effective if they're not with fire.
You got me there.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Anything else this turn, Comcast?
Nope, that was action and bonus action.
Cooliosis. All right. Next up is... I honestly, like, normally with these sort of things, I'm like, well, you guys... Everyone has a magic weapon, right? Nobody is not running with magic.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I have to tell you who's up next. It's Talon's turn. Let's go. All right, Talon, you are currently grappled. Please make me a Constitution saving throw.
That's not going to be good. That's a 9.
All right, you feel the acid start to burn into you as you are being grappled by this thing, and you're going to take 5 acid damage from this gooey-ness.
That's gross.
Yuck.
Well, I'm within 30 feet of this thing now, and it's its fault. So I'm going to cast Blight.
Fair.
It has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hell yeah. All right, let's see how it does. They're
At
pretty hardy.
disadvantage.
Okay. That's 22 for the first one, and a natural 20 for the second.
Well, that's rude.
Sorry.
It'll take half.
Yeah. So max. Half of max. Right? Yeah, because it is a let's just put this on. It's a plant creature, right? Okay.
It sure is.
It's gonna take half of 64, so 32.
Right. 32.
Necrotic damage. And just in case it is resistant to necrotic damage,
my
Death Cleric stuff ignores that.
Awesome.
Just in case.
Seems to be
you were
just
about to
as
half
effective.
it again.
Okay.
Okay. Just in case. You cannot.
All right.
That's
my. What does it look like?
Action. I think that since that magic is from her god, and I'm just assuming that like this like she's like trying to like holding on to this vine, and like some of that acid like drips like onto the tattoo. She just kind of like, as opposed to like, you know, normally like how she would like cast a spell, she just kind of like grips the vine, like wrapping it like so that like the vine is like touching the tattoo, and she just like holds it and just like all this necrotic energy just like pushes out of her and into this plant.
Yeah, you see it move up the vine towards the base of the tree, and it's as this giant maw screams out into the
like, fine,
forest.
You want to play tug of war? And just like wraps herself around this thing.
Hell yeah.
Not strong, but it looks cool.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Alhena, you are up.
The one at the top, I'm gonna cast Blight.
Oh, please, that's a good idea, but please make a Constitution saving throw as you are currently grappled.
A little bit of restraint. That's pretty good. 20?
20 passes. You feel the acid. You can see it kind of dripping off as you are wiggling into it, but it doesn't seem to be quite as effective towards you. Please go ahead. I am rolling a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
At disadvantage.
Same as the first. Yep, it's a plant.
Oh, okay.
A plant creature or a magical plant.
24 or a 22.
That succeeds, but that's okay. It's gonna take the same amount of damage the last one took. So what, 32? Is the half number?
Yes, it is.
Talon and Alhena do this simultaneously, which is really fun.
It's cute because you guys are a couple.
They've been living in the woods together for a while. They've come across the magical plants. They know what's going to work. So instantaneously, they both have the same thought and they just do it at the same time.
Yeah, I think there's not a lot of crossover. There's not a lot of crossover in their talents, but every once in a while they find something that like both of them can do and are like, we're going to become really fucking good at that.
Really?
Thing.
Hell yeah.
That would be cool. And then I guess I'll... Is anybody like really injured? What's going on with Mishamon?
I mean, he's not super injured, But he's not having a good time, that's for sure.
And I can't see Moxie.
You cannot see Moxie.
I'm about half. A little more. I'm okay.
I think I'll just bonus action shoot it with my little starry bolt.
Please do.
Just keep trying to deal out damage. 22.
That does hit.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be just do it right there. Shit. 8 radiant damage.
All right. Every little bit counts.
I'll take it. After last turn, I'll take it.
All right.
And I can't move at all, right?
You are restrained, yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okie dokie. Next up is the salamander's turn, as it is confused. It is going to... That's not what I wanted. It is going to attempt...
a tree and hide.
Yeah, it's going to move across... I don't think it knows about climbing trees. I don't think it understands that.
Well, it's a lizard.
But it's a tree.
But it's got lizard brain now, right? Or do you keep your...
Well,
Val,
even
does
that...
it have lizard
don't
brain?
keep your mental. So you embody the creature that you polymorph into.
But doesn't still have its same awareness of itself, despite the change in form.
You'd have to ask the salamander, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I think that living as a huge tree for all of its life, I don't think it knows that it can climb. Other things climb. But no, it's just going to move a little bit and look confused. Polymorph there's no extra save after, right? It is just...
No.
Okay, cool. Then that is its turn. All right, Mishmar is going to, you see him, he's going to make a constitution saving throw is what he's going to do. Ooh, that's not great. Mishmar, do better. All right, he is going to take...
He's having a rough time.
He sure is. He's supposed to be this really cool hunter, and he's the one who got fucking captured. Bullshit. I'll do that math in a minute. He is going to... he is going to try to he's going to try to attack. No, well, he's got a bow. He's kind of close to this thing. No, he doesn't like what this guy's doing. He's getting mad. You see Mishamar as this stoic hawk Aarakocra. You see him begin to shift and change as his form becomes more muscular. His beak extends and grows teeth. He becomes this sort of like monstrous half bird, half canine type being, as he is going to polymorph. I'm sorry, shape change. As he turns into this sort of hybrid. Do you know his god?
It's a fucking werewolf.
He's a fucking werewolf.
Yeah. Birds can be werewolves too.
Explains why he's such an edgelord.
Leave me alone. He didn't do anything to you.
All right, he is then going to that is going to be his action. Yeah, he's going to start trying to claw at this thing on his next turn. But he is none too pleased about being pulled in by this stupid thing. All right, Arrow, you're up.
All right, North Squad, South Squad. Who wants backup? North Squad's not looking great with
how fast can you get there?
Can you get to North Squad? Because they seem like they might need some more help.
Yeah.
1973.
I'm okay.
1973 is closer to the North Squad, and he can't move super good right now. So
yeah,
if you can get farther.
No, I can get there. Debating how. I've got a couple of options to get there. I have a question for you, LB.
Yep.
The difficult terrain is from like the foliage, right?
Correct.
So if I burrowed underground, I wouldn't be obstructed by the same difficult terrain.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, the roots would be going underground, but I like this ingenuity, so yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Because then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I could probably get. And Moxie's actually inside the tree. She's not standing next to it.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Might as well. I'm going to bonus action wild shape
Let's go.
into an earth elemental.
Oh shit. I got you.
And I have a 40-foot burrow speed. So I'd like to just go for underground.
Mm-hmm.
Burrow over and pop up and punch a tree.
I dig it.
I dig it. Ha. I'm gonna go. Oh god, I'm using the pan function. Hold on. So it's 5,
no, don't do that.
15, 20,
But it's the last day of Pride Month.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Yeah, so suddenly erupting arrow disappears, melding in with the earth, and then popping up next to Mishimar and Alhena, earth elemental arrow. Comes up with a Hadouken uppercut straight into the tree.
All right, let's go.
I'm going to make my attacks, and I hate that this doesn't let me just. Okay, so my attack modifier is an 8. Okay. Just have to roll these manually. That's an 18 to hit.
An 18 hits.
Okay, my second attack. 11.
Does not hit.
Okay. Going to. You wouldn't consider this an object or a structure, would you?
No, it is a plant.
I figure I should ask.
That's a fair question.
2d8. 15 points of
bludgeoning
damage, which is magical.
Why?
Because my wild shapes are magical.
Oh. Is it?
And with a moon
in...
druid.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Double check
that for
feature. Let's see. Your attacks in beast form count as magical for the purposes of overcoming resistance immunity to non-magical attacks and damage.
Hell yeah. Only for that. I like that. All right, cool. All right. This thing is looking pretty beat up. Not
Sweet.
quite dead. I'm not dead yet, but it is not doing awesome. All right, Moxie, it is your turn.
I'm apprehended in some way, right?
Yeah. You are going to take damage as you are being squeezed inside of this thing. That is going to be 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you are inside of this thing.
Okay.
How many times can you hellish rebuke?
I think only once.
Okay.
Let me double check though. Anyways, I think I can only do it once.
Okay.
But I can't find it. Anyways, I don't think I can do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can just have my turn now?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, I didn't know if
You are blinded and restrained inside of this thing. You are in it.
So if I set on fire, it's probably not good for me.
It depends on, you have to look at the way the spells are worded, because some of them you have to see something to do it.
But when I catch on fire?
Well, yeah. you are inside of it. If you're setting off a bomb in a room, and you are in it.
My fireball is a point I can choose within range. Doesn't
Fireball?
have to see it. Yeah. But like, am I gonna kill myself doing this?
Not if you choose a good point.
I don't know what that point would be. Or
You're
okay.
inside the tree.
If you're looking at like a cost benefit analysis, it's vulnerable, you're resistant. Pretty good trade-off.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna fireball it. I'm inside of it. Am I up high in it or low?
I mean, you're in it.
Cause like I want to point up like 10 feet above me.
Yeah, there's not much room in here, so you are being squished, so you can like it is around you. So when you set this off, it is going to be around you.
Because it's a point I can choose, so I'm just thinking 10 feet above me.
Sure.
So I'm just doing that.
You're basically pulling the pin out of a grenade and throwing it in a room that you're gonna stay in.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it has to be around you because you are in it, but you can't set off a fireball like in somebody's stomach that you can't see. Like I would say that you know.
It's gonna hit you either way.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. So
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast fireball then.
I will say this will not leave the tree. This fireball is going to happen completely within it because it is closed up and it is
it's gonna look wild from outside.
It sure is.
So it needs to make a dex saving throw?
I'm gonna say it has.
Yeah,
I don't think it can. I don't think it can. I appreciate. I'm gonna say that it can't.
Okay.
It fails.
2 points of fireball.
All right, you guys see.
Thank you for being a reasonable.
The tree just explodes in flames.
Yeah. So what you guys see, this thing has a mouth that is above where Moxie is. It is pulling people within it, like into its stomach. Basically, it slats open and close. And you can see as this fireball erupts. It's like watching an explosion in a barrel as all of it sort of like shifts. There is fire that kind of licks out a little bit from the sides, and you can see the outline of like, light between fingers of this fire that has gone off, and it kind of goes up into, and you can see it come out of the mouth a little bit. It goes up, it crashes out through what it would be its brain if it had one. If only it had a brain. And you can see this thing sort of withers. It for a moment stutters, sways, and falls down as Moxie kills this thing from the inside with a fireball. Please also take that damage halved since you are resistant. Yeah. And everybody... Go ahead.
When we take a potion, are those actions or bonus actions? I forget.
Taking a potion is a bonus action.
Okay, I would like to do that as a bonus action, just a regular potion of healing. So
all right.
It's 10 points of HP I get back.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Which is like almost all of what you took from this. Awesome. What a clever idea. Thank you very much for that. As this guy is dead, so can I put an X on it or something? He's dead. Goodbye. And Moxie, you can see Moxie like reaches her hand up and like you can see as you go out of this thing. All right, so
one horn is on fire.
Yeah.
It's like a little fucking candle.
Hell yeah. All right, you have killed that one. It is 1973's turn.
Oh boy, he's gonna get there someday. Just doesn't have a lot of mobility is the thing.
Robot. Does he have a lot of anything that he can do from a distance?
No, you didn't give him fuck all.
I'm sorry.
Paladins aren't great at range.
No, he ain't got shit. So what he is gonna do though?
Can he make it to Talon?
I mean, technically, yeah.
Because he could try to free Talon.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have him do.
Cool.
Because I was looking at one other thing, but there they are. Now,
Yeah.
question.
Yep. What's up?
Now he does have the athlete feat.
Mm-hmm.
Can't walk very good right now. Can jump very good right now.
Yeah. Yes, that's how D&D works.
He can make a long jump after only moving 5 feet, so he could get farther. I'm mostly just saying this for my memory later, but I think that's extremely funny.
He's got piston legs.
He does, yeah. He just jumps very good. We'll have him go 15. That way he's within 5 feet of Talon. And I will have him try to. He's still got the branding smite, so we'll get 2 attacks in on the tentacles, the tree tentacles.
The tentacles. I suppose.
With
actually,
his
that's
great sword, which I imagine, is really good.
Oh,
that's a 27 to hit on the first one.
That does hit.
And the second one, that's a 26 to hit on the second one.
Also hits.
Good job, my guy. So
I don't think that I don't think that there's any difference between hitting. Like I kind of based them a little bit off Krakens because their whole thing is the Kraken, and it doesn't cost any more or less to hit the tentacle than the main body, right? I mean, that would still both of those would hit no matter what because that's fucking good. But it is interesting because I was just thinking about that. I mean, it would make sense.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it makes sense because like it's harder to hit a tentacle, but the body is going to be more substantial, so I think it kind of balances out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I was surprised to hear you say you base these more off of Krakens. I thought these were just reskinned ropers.
No, I based them off of. We'll finish the fight and then I'll tell you more about it.
All told, both attacks are 44 damage.
Hell yeah.
With branding smite and the frostbrand sword.
Cool. All right. Looking good, looking good.
Does that do anything to the tentacles, or a lot of damage?
Oh, as far as breaking them?
Mm-hmm.
A good point. It's a lot of damage to one tentacle.
He's really good with greatsword.
Yeah, and he's a protector, so I'm gonna say yes. That breaks the tentacle proper. That is still on Talon. I'm gonna say you are not restrained anymore, but that thing is, yeah. You can easily push that off, so you are not getting acid on your turn. All right, but it is.
Should do something with his bonus action. Can you do anything with a bonus action, bud?
Not much.
Not really.
I mean, cast some spells, but
yeah, it's really just branding smite. Hold on, what does this one do? No. Sanctuary's not gonna do it. Colchis, what's your armor class?
My armor class is 21.
Okay. I'm gonna cast. I figured it was a big number. I'm actually gonna have him use a bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on Talon.
Cool.
That is the smarter move, but part of me wants to argue for giving it to me.
So
just
it'd be a 23
more, because like he only hit me last time with a 22.
More.
But it'd be smarter to give it to Talon.
I think, as funny as that would be.
All right. So what does that give?
Doesn't seem like
Talon?
he's full of jokes. +2 to armor class.
Cool. All right. Next up is going to be this big ol' honker. He is going to try to attack. He's going to try to get you, Colchis, with one tendril. It is a 22 plus 10. Yep, 22 to hit. Sorry.
Yep, we just went over. That does hit.
Yeah. And
Dang
that is going to so close. And 11. That's 18 points of bludgeoning damage. And again, you are grappled. He doesn't like that you have been hitting him, so he is actually going to take you, and he is going to fling you away. So
Is there any kind of save?
because you are grappled, no. Please roll me a d8 while I try to attack.
I got a 1.
All right, so you are gonna go north. Let's see how far you go. So you're gonna go 20 feet before you hit this tree here. You are going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. You slam into this tree. It's a little bit of a prickly tree, but it's not gonna do anything to you. That was one of his attacks and his fling move. He's going to go for 1973 with a tendril. That's a 1. His third attack is going to go towards him. That's a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Hell yeah. Okay, so he is grappled. He is going to take 26 bludgeoning damage. Yeah, I'm rolling 3d8, and I've been rolling so bad for everybody on those hits. All right, he is grappled, and nobody is close enough for him to bite, so that is his turn. Next up, top of the round is gonna be Colchis. It's your turn. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. I can't get into melee this turn, so I am gonna whip out my new toy and do Wand of Lightning Rod or Lightning Bolt, whatever it is.
Yep. It is not currently rainy here, just in case you're wondering.
Yep. Let's see. I'll go ahead and do. No, I'll just start with the base 3rd level version.
Okay. So
okay,
making a dex save?
Yeah, dex save, please.
Okay. Not great. Oh, but I rolled an 18, so 21.
Okay. I mean, that beats my DC. I'm just double checking the Wand of Lightning Bolts. Oh, yeah, it's only a DC 15.
Okay.
So.
I'll still take half.
Yes. Yeah, on 8d6.
Holy shit.
That was 22, so 11 lightning.
All right. Lightning cracks out of this bolt, or this stick, and it goes into him. You can see that it travels up its iron skin. It does not do extra damage, but it does look dope.
Yep, and then I will go ahead and at least start moving closer to it, but like I said, can't actually get all the way before I run out of speed.
Scoliosis. All right, Talon, it's up. You're up.
Okay. I'm gonna throw the Crimson Hand at this thing.
Let's go.
For my first attack. I'm gonna move forward a bit. Wait, 1973 is grappled, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to kill this thing and hope that it lets him go. So let's see, how much movement speed do I have? 45 on difficult terrain. I'll just get right up next to Colchis. And I'm gonna throw the Crimson Hand at this thing for my first attack. Oh, that's not great. Oh, I said that's not great because I rolled an 8, but I forgot I have a +12, so that's a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
was like, oh no, not an 8. And I forgot what my modifiers are for my bow.
Rolling at this high level with like monsters, it's like, oh man, I rolled an 8, and it's like, oh, they have plus 13 to hit anyways. Okay, yeah, that's great.
Never mind. So that's gonna be 10 piercing damage plus being thrown 1, 2, 3, 4 d6 fire damage as it explodes on impact. That's gonna be 10 fire damage.
All right, yeah, it does it. You leave a chunk out of this thing as the Crimson Hand returns to you. It's not looking amazing. It's not looking dead. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, another attack.
All right, let's go.
Ranger things. That's a 27 to hit.
Sure does.
She throws it again, and so that's 10 more piercing damage. Oh, not 5, 4. I wish it was 5. And that's 14 fire damage this time.
All right, hell yeah.
And
wait. Hold on, let me math. How do you want to kill this thing?
Oh, good. I was gonna say I can mark it as my favorite foe and really try to take it out with the extra damage I get from that if it's looking real rough. But as long as that kills it, I think that the second time, like she throws it the first time, she's running forward, gets right up next to Culcus and like throws it again, and it shatters this time on impact. But then like, unlike the first one where it just like immediately returned to her hand, it sticks just a little bit longer in like the trunk of this thing, and the flames just like spread further and further and further, and all of a sudden it just kind of just like crackles, like you hear like it's almost like a really loud campfire noise. It returns back to her hand, and then it just like kind of stops moving.
All right.
Oh, okay.
You see this giant tree fall. And it does make a sound because you're there to hear it. Switch back since we are out of combat, and yeah, you guys have a quiet moment. You can see off to the side as this salamander like looks up at a tree and like kind of puts a hand up on it, puts it down, puts a hand up on it, puts another hand up on it, starts to climb, and then it gets down and it's like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know. That's my
I feel kind of bad for it.
It's learning a whole new way of life.
It's gonna live a better life like this for the next hour.
For the next hour.
Yeah, it turns back after an hour.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is the end of combat. So let's go ahead and take our break. So don't go to a place unless it is to grab a drink, grab food, grab a friend, or do a stretch. Try and reach as high as you can. Stretch your back out a little bit. If you can bend back a little, get a really good stretch, I think that's going to be best. All right, we'll be back. Bye. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. You guys have just defeated these Iron Maws, one of the favored creatures of Talona. And you are continuing to make your way through at the about 2-hour mark. You guys have seen all kinds of foliage in here. It is any color tree, any type of thing seeping from or reaching out from is in these trees. But you see a light in the distance as there is a green glow. And as you get closer, you can see that there is a wall. There is a break from the tree line about 20 feet, a wall, and within the wall is a glowing green area that seems to be like a 20-foot by 20-foot spot. What would you guys like to do?
So, is it just like a weird floating portal? Does it seem like there's more architecture around it?
Mm-hmm. There is a it is a recess within the wall, like a small little room. And it seems to be that there is the glowing's coming from the floor. And it looks to be you guys haven't really been in a wizard's tower like that, but this looks to be like some sort of teleportation sigil.
for context for all this, Arrow is still in elemental form. I'm gonna
Mhm.
keep that going
Okay.
since.
How long does it last? An hour?
5 hours.
Oh, dope.
So.
So I shouldn't poke at the symbol, probably.
I
Well,
mean,
that's
you
the
could.
Like
Go ahead.
where we need to go.
I mean, from my perspective, the question is, do we just send one person to test, or do we just all go together and share whatever fate it may be?
I think
I'm
we
trying to
share
look
the
to see if
fate.
I have anything that I can.
You guys can make an
do.
Arcana check to see what this is, if you'd like.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Silly
I'll do that. I'll do one. That's not gonna be good. It's an 11. Never mind. That was a
I'm gonna
mistake.
do
I know
one as well.
nothing.
They seem
I'm
to be
not
some
smart.
sort of runes having to do with some sort of Arcana.
Yeah, I got an 11. Hold on, don't I have a spell for that?
Fuck it.
Tanya, roll at advantage since you have a thing that will help. I know this. You don't know that.
Oh. I got a 16.
All right. You kind of start looking at the runes as you are observing this these sigils on the ground, and what you see seems to be some sort of teleportation circle. But as you have a larger effective teleportation circle, this seems to be more contained and like lower in scope. It will probably move you within this building, and it doesn't seem to be booby trapped or anything like that.
Huh. I share my weird insights with the group. And then I'm like...
I'm just imagining Moxie looks at it as cluelessly as Talon does, and all of a sudden she's just like, oh.
Ding.
Light bulb.
I want to step in this thing. I think it's going to just put us somewhere in the building.
Fuck it, I'm in.
Let's go through and see what happens.
Does the Earth Elemental still sound like Arrow?
Yeah, I think so.
I really like that.
Just a little bit more reverberate as it
Yeah, there's
is
just
booming.
like grinding and stuff with it. Yeah.
All right, you guys
Got
are
to move
all
forward.
we're all getting up onto this sigil. Mishamar and 1973 as well. Do you guys want to do any healing or anything before you move on, or are you just going?
Oh, if I need healing.
that was mostly me pausing. Do you guys want to heal or anything before moving on?
We have 5 hours left, right?
You have 3 hours left.
3 hours left. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I thought that they were gonna go.
well,
And
if
then
we
come
weren't back
back.
in a certain amount of time,
Oh, okay.
Then
They
they'll
were gonna
go.
be leaving them
Okay,
back,
okay.
yeah.
and then we'll have to call them back to
Mm.
us.
They'll
I,
So
have
it's
to
like-
wait.
I could pop a healing spirit.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, we have 2 lay on hands
Mhm.
pools going right now.
Basically, if you guys aren't there by the time that you will have to wait a full day if you don't make it back in 3 hours, because they can teleport out. They could teleport. No, because there are only 2 teleportations, right? Yeah.
Correct. And we used one to get here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they would have to go out and back. Okay.
If we're gonna do healing, I'm gonna pop a beacon of hope. So that'll do max.
Mhm.
If people are going to heal.
I mean, I have a mass cure wounds, but...
Yeah.
Well, so Beacon of Hope amplifies mass cure wounds
Right.
and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me...
Each target has advantage on wisdom and saving. Yeah, it doesn't matter, but regains max number of hit points possible from any healing. So
What?
1973 is at 68 out of 94 right now.
Almost nice.
But almost
So-
nice, but he's so
Should I just... I'm going to cast this.
what are you casting?
I'm going to cast mass cure wounds, and that's 29 back to everybody.
Well, so
Is that the
either
max?
Talon or 1973 can cast Beacon of Hope, and then like what are the dice that are rolled for mass cure wounds?
3d8 plus 5, so...
That would
The
be
max is
29.
29.
Oh, okay, yeah.
29.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Sorry. I thought I was thinking Master
I was
Wounds
supposed to
did
double
more
check.
than that.
I know.
3D. It's because it does it to more people.
Yeah.
It's 6 creatures. So me and 5 others. 1, 2.
Who
3.
doesn't need healing?
I don't need it. I didn't take any damage.
One
And then
last
if we
days.
would rather make sure
19
one of the
Oh, that's
NPCs
everybody
is
then.
more healed.
Yeah, 1973 and that Birdman
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Mishima.
And then we're all good.
Mhm.
So that's 29 there.
And as
I'm 2 from full, so I don't need anything else.
I'm full after that. I'm just doing the math real quick for 19.
Um,
I'm 75 out of 123. I can deal.
1973 is also back up to full.
Sure. Moxie, take 12. I'll do a Cure Wounds on you, just at level 1.
Thank you.
I'll do the same thing. So take another, because I've got all 4 of my 1 slots. I haven't used them at all, so.
Oh, I have a Cure Wounds too. I'm going to Cure Wounds myself.
There you go.
Just all 3 of us at the same
You
time
die,
on
yeah.
Moxie.
It's
I'm
like
like,
a hands in,
"Ooh."
except it's on her forehead. She like goes
Yeah.
to touch herself, and we both just also put our hands on top of hers.
Like, you guys. My horn, like, whoop. Oh, I gotta fix my dumb camera.
Alright.
And then I'll use some lay on hands for myself to get fully topped off. Now it's
What
like
did
that
you
fight
say,
didn't
Alex?
even happen. Oh, just I was
Ooh.
using some lay on hands on myself to fully get back to full HP.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm good.
So
to go.
that's good for me.
Yeah, be good.
Cool. Let's go. You guys activate this sigil, and you feel it glow beneath you. You feel it warmth around you as a light flashes and reveals that you travel in a direction, hard to say when you are magically transporting. And you find yourselves in front of a small space and then a wooden door. The walls seem to be sort of a black obsidian type. It's seems to be a very simple wooden door before you.
I'll pull it open.
Sorry,
Or
I was gonna say I would just slightly test the doorknob. Is
Can
it
I do
locked?
an
You're the biggest
investigation
now.
check? I'll do an investigation check because I have a plus 13 just
Okay.
to see if it's trapped.
Sure.
I can also just punch it down. I have siege. I do siege
That's
damage.
true. That's just 16.
Live your best life, you know. 16. You start to look at this door, and it's almost too simple. Like, there's a lot of magical bullshit going on. There is a lot of weird stuff, and like, there are trees that drip blood, and yet this door is just a very simple wooden door. It seems a little out of place, but it is simply a wooden door.
Is there a wall next to the door?
It is, yeah, it is. What do you mean?
It's like,
No.
does the wall continue to left or right, or are we like at the end of like a narrow hallway?
Oh, sorry. No, yeah, it is just a little like a mud room, and then the door is connected to the wall. Yes.
Because I could just bust down the wall next to the door. We go
That's
through
true.
that way. If we don't trust the door.
If we don't trust the door and the wall next to it is made of stone, I can also just stone shape a door next to the door.
If you want to save the spell slot,
Okay.
I again.
Colchis
siege
opens the
monster.
door.
Yeah,
Alright.
so the door opens. Look, I know I haven't really fucked with you guys with doors a lot, just the once, and it was just locked. So I appreciate that. The ingenuity here. Okay, so D&D parties and doors. Yeah, the door opens inward, and you see beyond is a room that's probably like 50 by 60 feet. It's fairly large, but it is aligned with there are aisles of like what look to be bookshelves or shelving, and on the shelves are large, small, different colors, different shapes of vials. That there's hundreds of, probably thousands of different vials that are in this room. If you are taking a second to look around, you'll see that there are some little creatures that are moving around these vials. They seem to be categorizing and organizing them, moving from one spot to another, writing things down. That they are flying and climbing, and they are small, so cat size. They look to be fanged and lipless, ever grinning, eerily a white blue color, long legs and arms. They have bristle spines, and they have odd patches of grayish skin and really dirty nails, but boy are they dexterous. What would you guys like to do? They heard the door open and do not seem to be acknowledging you much.
I'm just gonna start walking.
Hmm?
I'm gonna act like I'm supposed to be here.
Hey, y'all, don't mind us.
I follow suit.
I also don't acknowledge the creatures.
You see one that is wearing a just a tie. He kind of like clings to the side of one of the ends of the racks and goes, "Are you making a deposit, or are you taking something out today?"
We'll be taking something out.
Is there something particular you're looking for, or are you just browsing?
We're browsing, but we'll let you know if we need your assistance. Thank you very much.
It's like it's just all teeth, and you see his eyes narrow, and he's like, "Fine, just find me if you need me." Crawls back on the shelf like a spider.
Is this a bank?
I want to figure out what's in some of these vials. Can I do like a investigation check on them?
Sure. I was gonna say I'm proficient with an herbalism kit. Can I tell based on my
27
potion making?
27. Yeah, you start to read some of the labels on these things. You see like things that are labeled serums and poisons and venoms. This seems to be a room of poisons.
I'm like, hey guys, all poisons. Looks like.
Well, maybe we'll want to make a withdrawal, but I'm mostly just surprised it left us alone after that.
Like, what does making a withdrawal mean? Like, how do you pay for that? And where are we? How'd we even get here, really?
Just gonna keep moving.
You could always ask.
I don't see anything that looks like an antidote to anything, correct?
An antidote? Nah.
Yeah,
no, there are 0 antidotes in this room. I'll just give you that.
All right, like all poisons. Yeah, let's just keep going. That's what I would go for.
Cool. And you guys don't want to do anything in this room?
When you say make,
I want to fill my bag with everything on these shelves, but I think that's a little greedy, and I also don't want to touch anything because I'm afraid of the consequences.
As an earth elemental, I turn to one of them and say, when you say make a withdrawal, do we have to have an account, or do we need to start an account to deposit things?
Is this an MLM?
Boy, do I want it to be now. No, the little thing, one of the little guys on the shelf kind of turns to you and starts to speak. What do you speak as a elemental?
I'm just speaking common right now.
Okay.
Because I retain my mental abilities. Yeah. I can talk as long as the creature is capable of talking, and elementals can speak. So I'm just speaking common.
Yeah, Rachel, you understand what they're saying, but to everyone else it is gibberish. It says, "I don't fucking understand you. What the fuck are you?"
What language are they talking?
It is a
What?
deep speech.
Oh, okay. Talon realizes that she must be the only one that speaks what they're speaking. So she'll respond and relay what Arrow asked to the creature.
They kind of like, as a worker here, are like, I mean, your overseer didn't tell you what to do, and they sent you here? That seems pretty fucked up. You should complain.
That that's the problem with lower level management. They always pass things off to the next person with not enough instructions.
Ugh, isn't that the case?
Isn't it though? No, they didn't give us any clear instructions. They just, yelled for us to come up here and take something. But they didn't give us what we needed. They assumed that we should know.
Well, yeah, they're always thinking that, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, basically all you have to do is, like, get the thing that you want, or you can ask us and we can tell you where it is, and then you have to sign it out, basically. And we make more, so...
Okay. Thank you. We'll keep looking, we'll try to figure out what it is exactly we need. Is that the only way out?
No,
to where they came in.
There's the door, the other door, the in and the out.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, you can teleport in this room too if you want. That's what most people do. They just teleport.
Oh, okay. Where's the out?
If you just keep going down the aisles.
Okay, thank you. Just in case we get turned around in here that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's the main walkway, and then there's the aisles. Main walkway.
Okay, thank you. We'll keep looking, and I'll holler if I need anything. Relays in common to everybody else what they said. So if we want to take something, we can. We'll just have to sign it out, and I guess they make more.
Do we want to leave a trace like this right now? I think we should just keep on.
Only if there's something here that one of you wants.
Something specific for me.
Just a bunch of poison.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm like, Volkus wouldn't want anything out of this, but Alex is very curious
Rachel
what
really
options
wants to take things off
he
the
has
shelf, but
given
I
us
think
here.
Talon is smarter than me and would be like, don't touch anything and don't put your name in a book.
They didn't say, I mean, there are plenty of things that you could do if you want to look at things, if you want to put a false name down. These guys don't seem to care.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, if they hand you a clipboard and they're like, please sign this, you could check to see that if it's magical or not.
Do they have a catalog of what they have?
No. Is a Dewey Decimal System for poisons?
They do. No fucking idea what it is. Everything is very meticulously organized for them. Like, if you ask them for something, they can find it.
I'm not super well versed in poisons in this universe.
I want to know what a good dragon poison is.
You hail one of the guys?
Yeah.
Talon, you ask.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm translating.
Yeah. They say, okay, do you want, like, poison from a dragon? Do you want, like, do you want a poison that will do damage to a dragon? Do you want poison that'll turn someone into a dragon? Do you want poison that will, petrify a dragon? Like, get me more specifics here.
What about poison that'll petrify a dragon?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, let me, sign one of those out.
Sure. Hold on. Is there anything else since I'm going?
Well, let me ask my friends real quick. If you don't mind just giving us a minute, I think.
Do you think there's like a poison or no? No, I don't think that's what I'm looking for. I was thinking like something that would bring out, this is me. Is there like a way to like withdraw a soul from a body?
This is me.
Do they have any poisons that heal you?
No.
I'm trying to think if there are any poisons that, like, because there could be a poison that hurts something but heals you. It could be like a vampiric touch sort of situation. So maybe.
I don't really have any weapons that could really apply a poison, unless they're poisons that I could put on my fist and then, or my staff, and then hit something with. But I'm assuming not.
I mean, what
Would like
are
a-
the rules for applying poison to a weapon? Because, like, we generally assume it's like, oh, it's got to be a dagger or arrows or something, but it's like, would you
Well,
have
I'm
just
sure-
slather on poison
Well,
to a
because there
blunt
are some
weapon?
poisons that are contact.
Yeah.
And some that need to be like ingested or injected.
Mhm.
So like if you get a poison that will like hurt something on contact, you could put it on something that would be bludgeoning, right?
Yep.
So yeah, there could be some like, I'm sure, topical poisons. I'm sure they could find you something that you could put onto your thingy. They're like, would truth serum count as like a poison?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that might be interesting to have in our pocket.
Oh my god, yeah. Can I ask for that too? I want a truth poison.
A truth serum? Cool.
How many poisons that kill gods?
Nah, nothing here that'll do that, in the temple of a god seems like. I mean, there are things that'll
Where else do I
definitely.
find one, you know?
That's fair.
Right.
That's fair. I'm sure if you go talk to the boss, she could probably give you a poison that'll turn a god mortal. But they have to drink every drop.
I don't want to get management involved and get you
That's
in
fair.
trouble.
That's
fine.
fair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's fucking scary.
Yeah. What's your name, by the way?
Doobit.
You've been working here long?
My whole life. All 24 minutes of it.
A lot of
So
turnover.
specific.
Mm-hmm.
What's your like? How long will you live?
I don't know. Depends. Sometimes vials break. You know, I'm fairly new. Probably the oldest person is the overseer. They've been here for like 2 weeks.
Oh wow, that is a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get them all to unionize and then revolutionize, and that's how we take down the boss?
This is a tactic.
I'm now imagining a paladin as a union man.
that does sound fun.
That is an
Moxie
ideal.
would be good at it.
Well, we don't get killed by the rain in the swamp. We get provided food, like organizing, so that's a plus for me. We don't really need bathroom breaks because we don't defecate, but so
working conditions good.
That must be nice.
Yeah, these shelves are nice. That's what?
I said working conditions good. Do you have a union rep?
What's a union?
Now then, what's a union with you? Sorry, I'm tired.
I love this shame. Sorry.
Sorry. That was shade at myself. That was my shade at myself only.
I love it.
Stupid joke.
Sometimes
I can't stop myself from pressing the unmute button and talking.
I get it.
I really should.
We've all been there. Talon will lightly explain what a union is to this little guy, and let him think about that while he goes on his merry way to get us it was very strong petrification poison and truth serum, I guess. Unless there's something else we want to send this little dude on to get.
Sounds good to me.
So
All right, yeah, he comes back after about 10 minutes. And he has a vial that is about the size of, or I say vial, it's more like a jug. It's about the size of him. It seems to be red in nature. The symbol of a dragon is on the outside. And then the other vial is quite small, normal vial size, and it looks to be golden. On the inside, has a stopper in it with a little bit of wax seal on it. The jug has more like a twisty top on it, but he hands them over and he pulls out a clipboard from a liminal space. And you see there are a bunch of names on here, and the signatures seem to be faded and old, and then newer ones are more clear. Most of them are not in languages that are common, but there are some if you look to be understandable.
I speak lots of languages.
Yeah.
Do I know? Do I, as a quick glance, Talon will grab the clipboard. Does it ring any bells?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, not within the last 50 years have there been any like big things. I think maybe if you remember them, you could probably ask Tifa about some of the names on there and see if there are assassins that have used them.
Talon takes a little mental picture of the names that she can read, and she speaks several languages, and we'll maybe ask her god about those later.
Yeah.
And she will put down a fake name.
Okay. You put down a fake name?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. He takes the clipboard. You guys, I am currently making the potion of petrified dragon. And then you guys get a truth serum as well. So mark that down.
Hands them off to Moxie. She seems very excited about these. They were her ideas.
Very excited.
They're hers now. Tuck away in your bag. Thank you. Good luck with the rest of your work day. Do you get breaks? Do you get to sleep? Do you need to?
What's a day?
It's only been
Solid
alive for
point.
28 minutes.
Solid point. Good luck. Your organization makes my little library nerd heart happy.
Thanks.
Doing a great job. Okay. Towards the exit, friends.
What was the dragon thing called?
It's called a potion of petrified dragon.
Potion of petrified dragon.
That's what it says on the tin.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in a tin. It's in a bottle with a twisty top.
Global
She
warming
said that.
effects.
Now, is this something we have to get the dragon to drink, or did they give us a lot of stuff to dip arrows into?
I'm sure there's like an instruction label. You know what I mean? It says like potion of petrified dragon, and there's like a little arrow at the bottom.
I am not as sure as you are.
you like
This
peel
place.
it open, and it gives you a full instruction on it.
Can we just ask the guy?
Is the pharmacist here? Can he give us?
You can talk to the boss.
No.
Yeah, can we...
No.
No. Moxie's very comfortable with management since she is management.
But the boss, I'm pretty sure, is Talona, who we don't want to see if we can help
I meant the guy with the tie, but...
Okay. Him, sure.
Not the boss, the manager.
Oh, got it.
Middle management, not upper management.
I would like to speak
He's
to
not
the manager,
C-suite.
please.
Oh, no.
He crawls over the top of one of the shelves and kind of slides his way Spider-Man style down and grabs it and comments says, "Did you find everything to your liking?"
Can you imagine if you were in like an old Navy and something went wrong and you were like, I want to speak to a manager, and he came like climbing over
I would cry.
The shelves comes out
I
of
would
like
shoot myself in
clothes.
the head because life isn't worth living after that. Anyways, Moxie says, it's like, oh, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much. I just had a couple questions about the potion of petrified dragon. Does the dragon have to ingest the whole thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and the truth serum, Does someone have to drink the whole entire portion of it, or can they just have a drop, or what's the serving size?
I mean, yeah, usually it's the whole potion, and it does turn clear in liquid, so.
Excellent. Thank you so much. That's all we needed.
Oh, dope. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your visit. Are you teleporting out of here? Because if you are, I would like to stabilize the shells.
I think we're gonna continue through.
Oh.
Do you have like comment cards or something where we can give your employees a good review?
I mean, no. That's not something we've ever done before. Did you have a good experience here?
Oh yes.
Oh.
5 out
okay.
of 5 stars.
Oh.
You really shouldn't you shouldn't ask only to fill out comment cards if you have a good experience. It just sets like a weird vibe. It doesn't like invite honest feedback.
Yeah.
though.
What's a star?
They're like the things and like pointing at Elena.
The great big balls of gas.
Well, that cool.
You get you the more you get, the better a job you've done.
Huh. Maybe we can
That's why I
implement a
have so
star
many.
system. I can make up little pieces of paper, and as people do better, they get more stars.
They would love that.
That's
Just
nice.
imagining we come back in like 30 minutes. It's
Like a
chaos. It's like,
chart.
just like covered in.
Everyone's
like,
killing each
little
other to
gold
get stars.
I was also imagining, I don't know if you guys experienced this in grade school, but when I was really young,
The
my
sticker chart?
teachers did the stoplight thing. Did you guys have the stoplight in
Yes.
elementary
Yep.
school?
No.
So we all had clothespins with our names on them, and they would all be on the green stoplight. And then if you fucked up, your
Went to
pin would
yellow.
get moved up to
Uh-oh.
the yellow.
We
and
didn't
then
have that.
you would
I
get moved up to
always-
the red light, and if you got on the red light, they were gonna tell your parents.
Yep.
I always
Nowadays,
got
that's
in
like
there
a
for- in yellow
10-step
for being chatty.
process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just had the stoplight. I never moved off of green my entire
Hell
K
yeah.
through 6 career.
I
How did
I
they
lived
yell
in the
that?
yellow
Nerd.
for being too chatty.
Of course you did.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
think
I
I got.
had-
I didn't speak
Surprising
before I
to
was in
no
6th
one.
grade.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think I got moved to yellow once and burst into tears.
immediately, I think I would have died on the spot if I had gotten on the yellow light. It really would have wrecked me.
Yeah.
So for
No one
you,
in the chat's gonna believe this, but I was an intensely, painfully shy child.
Oh,
That's so cute.
what were you saying, Tanya?
I don't remember.
Dope.
Um,
Cool.
All right, we're moving towards
Oh, yeah.
the outdoor.
Okay. Yeah. You guys make your way through the rest of this room. You see there are a ton of these little guys, and there you pass a couple that are just dead on the ground, and in a pile of some sort of liquid that seems to have broken. And you make your way to this back door, which seems to be a little bit more elaborate. It's an
I
iron
post
door.
a flyer about workers' comp claims in the break room on my way out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they are not up to code.
You're
Yeah.
entitled to one 30-minute break and 2 15-minute breaks for 8-hour shifts.
I don't
Which
think
is
they know.
pretty much like
J.G.
half their
Wentworth.
life.
Yeah, right.
That's retirement for them.
Yes, there is a large iron door before you.
Well, fuck.
This is the
Talon
rest
just-
of the stream.
Fuck it. Talon just tries to open the door.
Yeah.
LB just puts a hallway of doors in front of us.
Uh-huh.
And we
It
sit here
doesn't
Welcome to the
paralyzed for
spiral.
hours.
We talk
And
about
we
this on
die
Tuesday
playing this
too. It
game.
literally doesn't matter what the party is. If you
One-shot
describe
idea.
a door,
Hmm.
Well, it's there. If you just said you go to the door and you open it and move through it, none of us would think twice.
Mhm.
But when you stop us and you say there's a door,
Yeah.
then we assume it's a puzzle to
Wait.
solve.
I'm just giving
I-
you a chance to stop and think before we move into the
Yeah.
next room.
I
That's
want to
it.
hear Alex's idea because I feel
One-shot
like I have
idea?
an inkling of where it's going, and I
It's
love
just
it.
a hallway of doors. Some of them are just doors. Some of them there's a puzzle to them, and it's just like
of them are
3
mimics.
hours of
Mhm.
just
Doors.
going through. You come to a door. What do you
That's
do?
hilarious.
The part you
I-
said
every-
is just Monsters
Ooh.
Inc.
I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna write this one
Yeah.
shot.
Mhm.
I
Make it a
want to
one-page
run
RPG.
this and
Yeah.
just like You know, the DM is
just
just
do it
always, you come to a door and it's up to the players to ask questions about it.
Do it as a
And-
one-pager where you randomly roll to decide what the door
What
is.
the
and you
doors
have, like,
are.
Yeah.
a table of different.
One does not
door
simply walk
options.
into more doors.
It's right
That's what it's
there.
called.
Halfway
It's
written.
right there.
We,
Then we
as a
need
group,
yeah.
We could figure this
we'll
out.
talk. We'll talk.
Yeah.
Call
We'll
it
talk.
Because I
Bizarre
think
we
we
got
could crank
this.
this out in like 20 minutes.
Hell yeah. Talon, you open the door and beyond, you kind of are blinded a little bit by the light that is coming through this room. And as your eyes focus on what is beyond, you see a sprawling marsh. There's not a lot of foliage. There's a lot of water and places to step. There's little bits of like squishy land between, but it is simply like the first room. There seems to be an end to it. There does not seem to be a ceiling in this room, but it goes.
But it's not outside. It doesn't
is
look the
not
same as
outside.
outside. Okay.
No, it
That's
looks
how-
like
all I
a
care
different
about.
plane of existence,
Okay.
basically.
I mean, how, like, as far as the room goes, how big are we talking? Like, can we see the other side, or like?
You can see that there is a wall in the distance, and there doesn't seem to be any end on the sides. But same as the space before in the with the garden, but there seems to be some sort of end to this. It is just, I mean, with your elf eyes, with being travelers and stuff going across the land, this is probably about, 2 miles across.
Ooh.
Okay, what did that little creature say about I don't have to live in the
Swamp.
Did,
I
did
assume
he
it'd been
mean
outside?
outside, actual outside, or did he mean in here?
I assumed outside.
He did say
I
rain.
did too, but now
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
How?
I did say the acid. Did
I have
mention the
2
acid.
ideas.
okay.
One, I
have
can
as well.
teleport us all across. 2, I can cast Phantom Steed and put him in the marsh, and as soon as that thing takes any damage, it disappears.
I will tell you guys this. I have water walk prepared
Hell yeah.
Also good.
if we want to
Yeah, we're probably gonna want
expedite
that
the
one.
process.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because, like,
yeah.
won't it also prevent us from getting dragged under?
It does, yes. If you're submerged, it carries
Mhm.
you to the surface at a rate of 60 feet per round, and I can get. Oh yeah, I can get 10 people.
Hell yeah!
I'll cast water walk because yeah.
Okay.
Any liquid surface such as water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava, as if it were harmless solid ground. Although if it's lava, you still take heat damage.
Mhm.
But this doesn't feel like a lava swamp yet.
Lava swamp, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Tanya, you will know that doing a teleport to a spot that you don't know is quite dangerous.
Yeah.
And it could go, I mean, you could do it. You got like a 25% chance of hitting the right spot, basically.
That's the wild card option.
It's a
So I
wild
think-
card.
Hannah's idea is good.
I do like having that in the pocket, like just in
Mhm.
case.
Yeah, if all else fails.
Oh, so yeah,
Great.
we'll all get water walk.
Okay. All 7 of you? Well, I guess Mishimar can fly a little bit.
It gets 10 people, so I'll just
Dope.
get everybody just in case because of
Cool.
the the thing Alex was saying.
Yeah.
Submerged, where if you
Yeet
I
ya.
could
Yeah.
not find the word submerged in my
Like,
brain.
I missed that. I was looking up
I was
teleport.
like, you know,
Yeah. Going
no,
underwater
the-
hurt. Yeah.
yes,
dope.
because of the submerged property as well.
Mhm.
So I'll just get everybody.
All right. You guys start to make your way. You feel yourself stepping on top of this water, and even as you are on the land, you can feel a hardened ground as opposed to squishing into this marshy field. You see that there are little islands in this marsh. Mostly it is water. Getting across it by foot would be doable, but you would have to make some jumps, and it would obviously take a lot more time. As you guys look into the water, you start to notice that there is inconsistencies in the water. It seems that there are spots that are, well, where the whole thing is quite murky. There are some spots that are thicker than others and seem to move on their own. Arrow, this is very clearly some sort of water elemental that is in these. You would know, living on the plane of water. But they do have the same murkiness as the rest of the area. Like, they don't look to be normal water elementals here. And as you look into the water deeper, you can see that there are faces in the water. There are many, as you are walking, different bodies that seem to be in this water, but they do not seem to be dead. Someone can give me a religion check to try and see what's up with that.
I can try that. 17.
So with the 17, you can start to imagine that each god, when they have a follower that passes, they have their own space for their followers to go. If they are loyal and if they are worthy of being sent to that land. You know that like Helm has Helm has Valhalla, as well as Mechanus for Asuran. But there are different spots that each god will send its followers, and this seems to be one of those spots for Talona. As you can see, a lot of these bodies, you kind of notice that they are decaying, but not as if they were decaying in the water. That was probably something they suffered while they were alive, where a lot of Talona's followers will give themselves diseases and just live with them. And Talona will grant them longer life because of it, and that seems to be what's going on here. So, you guys are gonna take some time and cross here. Is there anything you'd like to do while you are traveling? Would you like to touch anything, or?
When we go past the elementals, I just give kind of the head nod, like, so.
Mm-hmm. If you are going to try to get their attention, you see
no,
that.
just if I make eye
yeah.
eye contact with anyone.
Oh, right, because you're still an earth elemental.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Weird. I don't know if they know what is. You see some of them, like, as you're passing, like, come up from the water and bubble so that they are, like, kind of looking out from, but you're not touching the water, which is also confusing to them. And they kind of are observing you as you guys are going across.
I could talk with them. I do know Aquin, but that might invite more attention.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just keeping the party moving. I don't want to hang out in this weird area where there are dead bodies and water elementals.
No, I think we just carefully walk across.
Okay. How long does
try to
water
unionize the water
last?
elementals too?
Yeah. How long does the spell last?
For a while, right?
Yeah. Hours?
Sorry. It lasts for. It's a long time. I think it's an hour. An hour.
And hopefully it doesn't take us long because we only have 3 hours left and we have to get back too. So.
Yeah, the point of Water Walk was to expedite the process.
Exactly, yeah. It takes you about 40 minutes to get across. According to the average time it takes somebody to walk a mile. 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But you guys are pretty slick and there's nothing blocking your way, so yeah. You find your way to the end of this room and you see another teleportation circle. But as you are kind of keeping an eye on the things in the water, you notice that as you get closer to this door, there are the beings that are in the water seem to be newer and more well dressed, as in they seem to be in better gear. there was sort of a hierarchy as you were traveling, that the ones that were at the beginning were the lesser of the good followers, I guess. And then as you have come further, you know, if Talona had chosen a champion before, it would probably be on this end. But you can find your way to the teleportation room if you would like to.
Yep, that's the plan, I think.
All right. Sounds
Keeping
good.
head on a swivel in case another thing pops up and attacks us.
Hell yeah. No, you seem, if you're not touching the water, seem to be chill in this room. You activate the teleportation circle. Cool.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
You
All at
find
once.
yourselves what?
All at once.
All at once. Hands together.
We all
The light
squished-
goes off. Yeah. The light goes off as you are transported to the next area. And as you arrive and you feel yourselves stepping foot, you see before you a foggy area that feels more enclosed, especially than the area that you were just in, but it is hard to see into it. And all you hear is a low murmur of buzzing, clippering, little sounds of feet on the ground. You can equate all of these to weird bug sounds. And that, I think, is a good place to end before we go into the world of bugs. Thank you guys.
Boy.
Oh
Gross.
boy! I did check everyone's thing, and everyone was cool with bugs, so we're doing bugs. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Let's go around and do stars and wishes for next week. I can pull up my character stuff. Who would like to begin?
I'll go.
All right.
My star is gonna go to Moxie asking to speak to the manager. It was just really funny, but also Tanya, like that the math of like, well, Moxie like is management. It's like obviously she wants to speak to management. I'm like, I've never thought about it, but Moxie is kind of our manager.
Mm-hmm. Well, she also runs a
And-
circus.
Well, yeah, no, like I know that, but like as like this group specifically, like she does also kind of manage us sometimes.
Loosely.
Which is fun. It just really got me. I thought it was very fun. And my wish, Alhena wants to see the stars again. Doing a lot of weird shit lately. Alhena wants to just like chill out outside.
Okay.
Not like in a weird void or a weird bog or a weird greenhouse full of poisonous plants.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to go outside.
All right. Cooliosis, who's next?
I can go. My star is also gonna go to Moxie because the setting off the fireball grenade while inside of the creature was so funny to me. Just, I loved it. That was one of my favorite things Moxie's ever done in combat. Just the like intrusive thoughts. Again, it felt like you know what I could do? This just like, really cracked me up. I really enjoyed it, and the idea of it was very much like what's the in Guardians of the Galaxy when like Drax goes and tries to like blow like cut the creature from the inside.
Yeah.
Is that who that is? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very like that moment for Moxie. It's just like, well, I'm in it now, so I'm gonna blow it up from the inside, and it worked, and I loved that. And my wish is, man, I don't know. This place has me so turned around in what I'm gonna wish for. So I'm gonna wish that we all make it out of this weird
Mhm.
upside down pyramid of poison and death alive and mostly unscathed. That's
Alright.
my wish. Even if even if this divine intervention has to happen to make that happen.
All right.
I'll go. I'm gonna give my star to the couple moment, the twin blights from Hannah and Talon during that combat. That was cute, adorable. And my wish is going to be. I think last time it was to beat up Talona. This time is if we don't get the opportunity, if this isn't going to end in a fight against Talona, I at least want to fuck up her shit before we leave.
Break her stuff.
Yeah, just break her stuff, or just like, you know, spray paint the inside of her, like, you know, shit in her bed, something like that. I don't know.
Spray paint Arrow was here.
Yeah. Something so that when she gets back.
Yeah.
We are all gonna so be on board for that.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's me.
All right,
Okay.
Alex. Oh, sorry. You weren't
Go,
here last
Tanya.
week, so I didn't add you to the list, Tanya.
Oh, that's okay. Let's go real quick. My star goes to Arrow for wanting to walk by and be like, sup. And then adding the veil part of eating, making it extra like, yeah, it's sup. Just the elementals. So that's what I would do. That's what Talon was saying. Just act like you own it. Is that correct? My wish is that, and I think it's happening, that it gets real weird. Just weird shit happens.
All right. Like that.
Okay. My star. I'm gonna give it to LB for giving us the little existential moment of the tree maw turned salamander trying to figure out, can I climb? what is this
climbing?
existence? And just like
It pops back and it's on top of a tree, and it's like, oh, I regret everything.
yeah. Yeah, just fun little stuff like that. Wish if we do come back, because it's either, you know, like Val said, we wreck all the shit before we leave, and maybe that's, you know, rushing back out. If we're not rushing back out, we get some cool, like, you know, we're on top of the pyramid, we have to run off, the ship swoops up to catch us, and we like peace out with Talona,
yeah.
like about to get us, but then we
Epic
teleport away.
Hell yeah. I love that. All right. My star is going to go to Arrow for the polymorph. Love to see it. Love it when it happens, especially when it gives the creature an existential crisis. And my wish, I am excited to see you guys how you maneuver the next room, because there is no clear way out, and you're gonna have to figure. Sorry, Van. All we can see of you is like this.
Sorry, I was like, I'm like listening.
Yeah, so there is no clear exit to this place, and you're gonna have to figure it out. And I'm excited to see what you're gonna do. Also, get to make cool bug stuff, so that'll be fun for me personally. Bugs. But yeah, that's it. Let's have everybody go around and say who they are and where you can find them. Starting, of course, with Tanya.
Hi, I'm Tanya. You can find me here Sunday nights or at Tanya Rolling, just wherever on the internet. I post shows when I do in Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids, and that's it. Good night.
It's me. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find me over on GGK throughout the week. Kind of light on programming this week. I think the next game I'll be running will be Saturday for Hearts of Stone. So come join us for that. We're playing Blades in the Dark.
And I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Van but Wilder. I'm here on Sundays. I'm also over on GGK several days a week. The next game I will be running will be Dungeons and Dragons for the Strict Saving Group on Tuesday.
I'm Rachel. Rachel is both the Rachel is most with a Z instead of an S here on Sundays. And I am on the aforementioned GGK playing Strixhaven on Tuesdays. And I am there also every other Wednesday, but I'll be here on Wednesday for a one shot. And that's it.
Hello, I am Alex Omjit, some guy on the internet, mostly just here on Sundays at the moment.
And I'm LB Hackemup. I have been your dungeon mistress.
LB's muted.
I'm not on the stream. I was checking. But yeah, you can find me here. The next time we're gonna be live is on Wednesday. We are gonna be doing a Monster of the Week one shot with RJ, Rachel, and 2 friends who I play with on our Wednesday game normally, but we are off this week, so it's gonna be Cujo Plays Games and Jake, who isn't online much, but he does Legends Rerolled, which if you haven't watched it, I am about halfway through it. It's a podcast where they are redoing Wizard of Oz, but in D&D, and it's very interesting because I know very little about the Wizard of Oz, and I'm learning a lot because there are many witches, and each city has a specific color to it. It's very cool. So yeah, that's it. We'll be live I guess that's the only time we're gonna be live this upcoming week because of the holiday, and I will have a friend in town, but check my socials because I'm sure I'll post about that. But I guess until next time, I'm LB Hack 'em Up. Hack recklessly. Bye, guys.